I'm Andrew Stirk, thanks for watching. Today, I'm going to show you the top 3 ways to keep your detail business busy and your schedule full. Before I get into it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I discovered this. So one day I went to work and I found out that my boss had been fired. I'd worked there for about 5 years and I just really wasn't sure if my job security was there since his wasn't. So I really thought to myself, like, what would I have to do if that had been me? I'd have to find another job. I was making okay money. I was kind of relying on it, and I just really wasn't sure, like, well, I could be next. There's no reason for him to be fired. He didn't really do anything wrong. The company just decided to do things a little differently, and they decided that he wasn't part of their plan. So I decided that day that I would start my own business. So I knew how to detail since I've been doing it for the last 15 years. I started detailing when I was about 17 years old. I did jobs here and there for extra money. I knew detailing, but not really the business side of things. So I spent countless hours learning. I watched every YouTube video on it. I watched, all the Facebooks. I followed people, joined groups. Learned the SEO, learned Google ads, built websites, got all crazy into like how the business of detailing really works and how to make money at it. I really just studied like crazy about what all these other detailers are doing and how much money they're making and things like that. Then I brushed up kind of on the latest and greatest products and services. I spent $2,500 learning an SEO, kind of a SEO class, and just countless hours I spent doing all kinds of blogs and things like that to really build my SEO for my website. And I spent over $1,000 on social media classes on how to generate business and just so much time on how to figure out, like, okay, how do you use social media for your business? How do you attract all these followers? Like, how are all these people doing this? I spent close to $2,000 on, ceramic coating certification so that I could offer ceramic coating for my business. I really just wanted to get to that next level. I just really wanted to know, everything that there is to know about the business. So I did all this preparing, I was just kind of ready. It took me about a year to feel really ready to launch my business. My first job that I booked after I kind of became licensed and got serious about it was around $350. And a bit later down the road, like a couple months later, I got a little bit bigger job. A lot of the jobs I was doing were around the $350 range. And then I got a job for around $800, and I got pretty excited about that because it's like another high ticket compared to what I was charging before. That's a lot of money, And then the coding jobs started coming in, and I started charging, $1,500, even a little bit more than that for the coding jobs. Business was doing well, and over time I really noticed my business was just kind of like almost slowing down instead of getting busier. So I thought to myself, well, shouldn't businesses get busier over time? Like, isn't that how it works? Like, a year down the road, I should be doing way better than I was the previous year. And at this point, I needed to find what keeps businesses thriving. I researched and asked around to successful business owners. I paid for some more business marketing classes and coaches and things like that to really help me get where I wanted to be with my business and really help me out, because there's definitely something that was lacking, and I just didn't know what it was. So I finally learned ways to keep business coming in nonstop over and over. And over time, I grew my business. I found a shop downtown. I had 2 mobile rigs working and 4 employees. And I just really thank all the people that helped me out for it to really get there. Because if not, I'm not sure that I would still be in business today. I just finally learned that advertising and marketing and sales were just not as easy as all the YouTube videos made it sound. They're like, oh yeah, you just go knock on doors and you make money. It's easy. It's just really not that easy. So I learned from experience that owning a business and keeping clients calling in is not really as easy as it sounds. So what I'm doing today is kind of show you the 3 biggest things that brought in clients and kept my business busy and going. They got me from, a struggling detailer who was, I never got to the point where I couldn't pay my bills. I was always paying my bills, but I just really wanted to, be able to grow my business and make more money. So the top 3 things that made my business from what it was to busy is search engines, there's search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing. Those are probably the top 3. There's a lot of other ones. And then social media, there's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know. There's a ton of them out there. So search engines, social media, and then past clients. So these are the top 3 ways I really kind of stayed busy with my detail business. Search engines, things like Google, Yahoo, Bing, things like that. Social media, Facebook, Instagram. Now there's a lot of newer ones, but I mainly use Facebook and Instagram. And then past clients, retargeting those people, getting their referrals, getting their continued business is a really big one too. So we'll start with search engines. Let's see. So one day I actually had a cancellation, and I decided to turn my ads on. I was hoping I would find a booking for that day, since I had overhead. I had a shop and my employee and everything else, and I was gonna have to send my employee home if I didn't find something for him. So I turned the ads on, and I actually ended up booking a job that same day for about $500. And the ads I turned on cost me during that day were about $7. So using these ads, I was able to kind of book a really high-end, like $500 detail job. And not only did that $7 actually make me $500 that same day, but the client actually came back for more services, and over the course of the year, made around $2,000 off of this one client. So before I learned how to run ads properly and do these search engine, ads properly, I would just post something on my Facebook page saying, hey, I had a cancellation today. If anybody wants to fill the spot, I'll give you a large discount, kind of hoping someone would grab. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I find that paying and being able to have the option to turn on something with the search engine ad really, really helped me during those times where I had cancellations, I had issues, or I just really wanted to fill up my schedule for the next couple weeks. I could turn the ads on, start getting clients calling in, and start making more money. So let's say somebody goes on Google and they type in, mobile detailer. They need a mobile detailer. Or they need a mobile detail. So they go in, and here it pops up, your competition. Have you ever really looked past like number 5? Like the first 5 is kind of what you look through. You look at what they say. You spend about 1 to 3 seconds looking at them to see, maybe this one says ad, this one says ad, this one's Yelp, this one's Google certified or whatever. And so if your business doesn't pop up on one of those, then they're probably not going to choose you. So what you need to do is get yourself into this. Now, there's a lot of ways to do that. You can use SEO. You can pay Google money for advertising. But what you really want to do is you want to be in this top, in this top range. Yelp's really good at SEO and kind of bringing people into that, because whenever someone looks for a service that Yelp has on their website, a lot of times Yelp will have top 10 detailers, because they do that's all their SEO stuff is. All their stuff pops up. So Yelp's a good one for search engines. Paying for ads is great. SEO is great. Google My Business, you can get certified through Google My Business. But this is something that you really need to pay attention to. There's something that you really need to start doing and making sure that your business shows up here. Now for me, the easiest thing was ads. I spent all that money on all the SEO training. I had, a great SEO website at one point, and I actually changed it all up, and I just found it was just easier. I didn't have to spend my whole day doing blogs and creating content and making all this stuff for SEO. And so I decided to just pay for it. So secret number one, pay for ads on search engines. That's my secret number one. Pay for ads on search engines. It really doesn't cost you that much. Say your services are, average detail is $250, $350, $450, something like that. When you're paying for this, you're not going to spend that much money on the ads. So you're always going to make money by paying for ads. So that's one of the main things is pay for ads. All right. So number two is social media. Okay, so social media is changing a little bit. You notice that before you could post things on social media and it would basically all your followers would show up in their feed at some point if they kind of went through their feed. They kind of stopped doing that. They're really just kind of focusing on giving people what they want to look at more instead of just everything. So if you're posting things that aren't getting engagements, if you're posting things that people don't really care about, they're not going to see them. So I have some examples I'll show. Let me see. Okay, so if you see this ad, I have, at this point, I had about 600 followers, give or take. I can't remember exactly how many. I posted this. It was up for a month or so, and these are the stats. 48 people. Out of 600 people, only 48 people saw it. So as you can see, social media is kind of changing. So you used to be able to get away with it because you could post something on social media and I still got 48 people to see it without paying any money at all. So that's pretty cool. Someone once told me that you have to post something on social media every single hour. To really build your business, you have to post something on social media every single hour. And I thought to myself, it doesn't take long to snap a picture of what I'm doing, say hi or whatever, and post something every hour. But that's just a lot. I feel like that's just a lot of posting to do. So I found that same with the search engines, it's a lot easier to just pay them. So let me show you this. That was 600 followers, 48 people, and 0 engagements. So, trying organically, that's what I did. But, social media, if you pay them, and it doesn't cost very much, and you can kind of find whoever you want to look for. You can find people in certain income ranges, people that have certain cars, that are interested in certain cars. If you like working on Teslas better, if you like working on BMWs better, if you like working on Hondas better, whatever you like, you can kind of find people that are interested in that. So if you pay for ads, you'll see I think this ad ran for $7 a day for 7 days. Pretty sure. So as you can see, instead of my reach being, my reach being 48 people, my reach was almost 10,000 people. Wow. That's not that bad. So 48 people and posting something every hour and spending your whole time on it. Or you just pay them a few bucks and reach 10,000 people. Now, of those 10,000 people, I got 190 people on my landing page. Of the organic reach, I got 0. Yeah, the post I made wasn't super exciting. I was just posting something about my podcasts, and it has a link to something else that goes off of Facebook, and Facebook doesn't like to promote things that take people off Facebook. So, but that's just to kind of show you that paying them is just so much easier, and it's really not that much. Think about it, $7 a day. I mean, I spend that on a beer. I have a beer after work every day. That's easily $7, and not 10, tip and everything. Okay. Now, number 3, past clients. It is way easier to make money off past clients. People that know, like, and trust you are going to spend money with you way better than trying to find someone and kind of talk them into using you. So the biggest thing using past clients that worked for me was text message marketing. Oops. Text message marketing. So what I would do is set it up to where I could send out a personalized text message to all of my past clients. Now, depending on how long it's been since I've serviced their vehicles, depends on how often I send them messages. If I just sent them, if I just serviced their vehicle in the last 30 days, I would send them a different message than if it's been a year or something like that. So past clients, sending them text messages using text message marketing is a huge game changer. So retargeting your list keeps you busy on demand. By contacting your past clients, whether it's text message, email, voicemail, you can just give them a call. You can really fill your schedule quickly. So retarget people that have shown interest in your business, and bring in those past clients and referrals. It doesn't really cost anything, like pennies and pennies, to send text messages, voicemails, emails, things like that. It costs really nothing for you to just call them and give them a call. Depends on how big your list is. But what I really want to make important is that actually, you know what? Write this down. Your business is only worth your client list. Your business is only worth your client list. So anyone can go buy all the equipment that you have. Anyone can buy a shop. Anyone can put a bunch of money into a shop. Anyone can buy a van. Anyone can buy a pressure washer. Anyone can buy 25 Rupes polishers. Anyone can buy that stuff. Anyone can buy chemicals. Your business is only worth your client list. That is where you make all your money, is your client list. If you aren't utilizing your client list to make money, that's why you're not as busy as you want to be. So after about a year of me starting my business, I started to slow down. Like I said, I started using this retargeting and text message marketing mainly to bring in business. Also, like I said, it's easier to sell your services to someone that you've already, you already know, that you've already serviced. So I followed what all these marketers are saying, and I just went for it. Over the course of the week, I sent out a text, I sent out a voicemail, and an email to my entire list. At first I thought, I'm just going to be bothering these people. I was actually shocked to see the response. People loved it. They were super excited to get their cars done. I got a ton of replies. Out of the hundreds of people I sent messages to, I maybe had one or two that opted out, but that was it, really. And I was able to book out like the next 2 weeks, make over a few $1,000s the first time I tried it. And then started doing this basically every time business would slow down a little bit, or if I needed to fill my schedule, I just started sending out those text messages, sending out the voicemail, sending out those emails. Whenever it would slow down, I could do this and it would pick back up right away. So if you don't have a system to set this marketing up, market to past clients, do it. Do it right now. Okay, so we'll do a little recap. So secret number 1. Search engines. They are your friend. They will make you money. Secret number 2. Social media. Social media is how you make money. Bring in new clients. Show 10,000 people an ad for $7 a day. And then secret number 3 is your past clients. Marketing to your past clients. There's a lot of kind of more intricate ways to than what I've explained to do these things, but in general, that's kind of what the main 3 things that keep my business going is, and keep people coming in through search engines and social media, and then keep them coming back through marketing to the past clients. Once I incorporated these 3 things into my business, I didn't have to worry about being slow anymore. Like I said, whenever I would slow down, I could always hit secret number 3 and bring in new business. I could always turn on my Google ad for $7 and get a new client, Now, yeah, it might cost $25. Maybe it'll cost $50. Maybe it'll cost $75. But if I'm not doing anything that day and I turn a search engine ad on and it cost me, $75, and I got a client out of it, and the client made, spent $300 that day, it's worth it, So.